Ladies and gentlemen, Raiders Nation, can you feel that electricity in the air? It's October in the silver and black, and right here in the heart of the entertainment capital of the world, something special is brewing on that defensive line. Imagine this, a homegrown kid from the streets of Las Vegas, rising up like a desert storm, sacking quarterbacks and turning heads across the league. That's right, Jonah Laulu is officially on the rise. And if Sunday's demolition of the Tennessee Titans is any indication, this young man's about to become a household name in the Death Star we call Allegiant Stadium. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Raiders Report, your front row seat to all things silver and black. I'm your host, coming to you live from the neon glow of Las Vegas, where the Raiders just punched their ticket to another W, and it's not just the scoreboard that's lighting up. It's the future of this franchise, embodied in a 6'4", 305-pound force of nature named Jonah Laulu. If you're a die-hard fan who's been chanting, "Just win, baby," since the days of Al Davis's rebellious empire, buckle up. Tonight, we're diving deep into how this local legend is rewriting his story, one bone-crushing play at a time. Let's rewind the tape on that thriller against the Titans. The Raiders, under the watchful eye of head coach Antonio Pierce, himself a former Silver and Black Warrior, stormed out to a gritty 24-17 victory. But hold on, because this wasn't some high-flying offensive fireworks show. No, sir. It was the defense that stole the spotlight, registering a whopping 6 sacks on Titans QB Will Levis, turning what could have been a nail-biter into a statement of dominance. And right in the thick of it, none other than Jonah Laulu, snagging one of those sacks like it was a souvenir from the strip. Folks, that's not just a stat, it's a sign. A sign that the Raiders' investment in their trenches is paying dividends, big time. Now, let's talk about why this matters. The Raiders have always been a team built on grit, on that commitment to excellence motto that Al Davis etched into our souls back in the wild Oakland days. Remember 1976? Super Bowl XI, with the mad stork himself, Willie Brown, picking off Fran Tarkenton to seal the deal against the Vikings. Or how about 1983 in LA, when Marcus Allen danced his way to MVP honors, rumbling for 191 yards against Washington. That was defense and run game harmony at its finest. Fast forward to today, and it's the D-line carrying that torch. Over the past 3 seasons, GM Tom Telesco has poured resources into this unit like it's the last poker hand at Bellagio. Free agency splurges, draft picks. Heck, they even traded up for Christian Wilkins last year, only for injury to sideline him early this season. But guess what? The depth chart is loaded, and Laulu's stepping up when it counts. Born and raised right here in Las Vegas, Jonah Laulu isn't just playing for the Raiders, he's playing for his city. Drafted in the 5th round out of Oklahoma in 2024, this kid's got that hometown fire in his veins. Picture a teenager dodging tourists on the boulevard, dreaming of gridiron glory, and now, at 23, he's out there embodying the Raider way, tough, relentless, unapologetic. Sunday, after that sack on 3rd down that forced a punt and flipped the field's momentum, Laulu grabbed the mic with that post-game glow. This is a good feeling, you know? Knowing we go to work every day, practice really hard. You guys should see the stuff we do out there as a D-line. It's just us coming together collectively, pushing each other. Our mindset is to be the heartbeat of the team. Chills, right? That's the heartbeat of Raiders Nation pulsing through him. But let's break it down, play by play, because that's what we do here. Dissect the X's and O's like a surgeon with a scalpel. Laulu's sack wasn't some fluke. It was textbook technique honed in the shadows of Allegiant's gleaming walls. He bull rushed through a double team, using that explosive first step we saw flashes of in training camp, to collapse the pocket and drop Levis for an 8-yard loss. Now, zoom out to the big picture. Through 6 games this season, Laulu's already notched 4 sacks. 4. That's pacing him for a monstrous 10+ on the year, putting him near the top of the league for interior linemen. Compare that to his rookie year, 35 tackles and just 1 sack in 17 games, and you've got a sophomore surge that's turning heads from coast to coast. And get this, while the rest of the AFC West is busy with their soap operas, the Chiefs with their Hollywood drama, the Broncos rebuilding from the rubble, and the Chargers, well, let's just say Jim Harbaugh's got his hands full. The Raiders' D-line is quietly becoming a nightmare for offenses. Max Crosby, our edge-rushing beast with the pirate beard and the motor that never quits, leads the charge with 7 sacks already. He's been mentoring Laulu like a big brother, pulling him aside after practices to drill hand-fighting drills. Jonah's got that dog in him, Crosby told me off the record last week. He's quiet, but when the whistle blows, he flips a switch. Watch him this year, he's gonna eat. Then there's Adam Butler, the veteran anchor who's been around the block from New England to Miami, dropping gems on leverage and gap control. It's this veteran young gun dynamic that's transforming the line from solid to savage. Statistically speaking, let's put some numbers on the Magic. The Raiders' defense is currently third in the NFL in sacks per game at 3.2, a massive leap from last year's middling 2.1 mark. Laulu's contributing to a run defense that's allowing just 3.8 yards per carry. Elite territory, folks. Compare that to the Titans' leaky O-line, which gave up 5 sacks before Laulu's dagger. It's no coincidence. It's coaching, chemistry, and straight-up hustle. Pierce, drawing from his days as a linebacker under the late, great John Madden, may he rest in peace with a turkey leg in hand, has instilled a scheme that's aggressive, adaptive, blitz-heavy when it needs to be. Remember Madden's Raider teams? They didn't just play defense, they terrorized quarterbacks. Laulu's emergence feels like a nod to that legacy, a bridge from the autumn wind of the 70s to the neon nights of now. Of course, no Raider story's complete without a dash of trivia to fire up the faithful. Did you know that Jonah's not the first Las Vegas kid to don the silver and black? Shout out to Henry Ruggs III, who lit up the field before life took a tragic turn, reminding us all why we play this game with heart and caution. But Laulu's carving a different path, one that echoes the rebel spirit Al Davis championed when he sued the NFL to move the team to LA in '82. That move sparked one of the greatest rivalries in sports, us versus the AFC West Wolves. Speaking of, imagine Laulu lining up against Patrick Mahomes in 2 weeks. Those Kansas City Chiefs, with their Super Bowl parades and Taylor Swift cameos. Yeah, pop culture's darling. Better brace for a Valley boy who's got unfinished business. Or picture him stonewalling the Broncos' Javonte Williams, avenging those snowy heartbreaks in Denver. And don't sleep on the Chargers. Justin Herbert's got a cannon, but Laulu's quick hands could turn that into confetti. To add some flavor, let's imagine I'm ringside with the man himself. Jonah, that sack, pure poetry. What's the secret sauce? I'd ask. He'd grin, that boyish smile cutting through the shoulder pads, and say, "Man, it's all about the grind." Waking up at dawn in Vegas heat, hitting the weight room before the casinos wake up. Max and the vets. They're like family. They see potential in you, push you to be better. For me, it's personal, representing my city, my Raiders. We're building something here, and it feels unstoppable. Over on the sideline, Pierce chimes in, Laulu's the definition of Raider tough. He's not the loudest, but he's the steadiest. In a league full of flash, he's substance. Give him time, and he'll be the next Charles Woodson, versatile, clutch, legendary. And from the stands, a fan in full pirate regalia roars, Raiders Nation's got your back, Jonah. Sacks for days. Let's go black hole. But here's where it gets really interesting, Raiders faithful, the implications. With Wilkins nursing that injury bug, Laulu's not just a rotational piece anymore. He's QB1 on the depth chart for interior pressure. If he keeps this pace, we're talking Pro Bowl buzz by mid-season, maybe even a contract extension chat come March. For the team, this D-line renaissance could be the X-factor in a playoff push. The AFC West is a bloodbath. Chiefs at 5-1, us at 3-3 after the Titans win, Broncos and Chargers nipping at our heels. But with Aiden O'Connell slinging it to Davante Adams, that future Hall of Famer who's already got 500 yards and 5 TDs, and a run game grinding behind Zamir White, pair that with Laulu's havoc? We're not just surviving, we're thriving. Expert take from my buddy over at ESPN, Mel Kiper Jr., okay, fictionalized for flair, says, Laulu's the steal of the '24 draft. His burst off the snap rivals Aaron Donald in his prime. Raiders could flip the script on the division. Bold prediction. By week 18, Laulu hits double-digit sacks, and the Raiders snag a wild card spot, hosting a playoff game under those Allegiant lights. As the sun sets on another Vegas victory, let's not forget the soul of this team. You, the passionate, painted-face warriors of Raiders Nation. From the Black Hole's thunderous roars to tailgates stretching down the strip, you're the fuel in this engine. Jonah Laulu's rise isn't just his story, it's ours. A reminder that in the city of second chances and bright lights, the Raiders are always building, always battling, always committed to excellence. So, tune in next Sunday as we clash with the Steelers. Prime time under the stars, where Laulu and Crosby could feast on that Pittsburgh O-line. Will it be another sack party? You bet your pirate ship it will. Follow Raiders Report for all the breakdowns, the behind-the-scenes scoops, and the unfiltered passion that makes this game great. Just win, baby, and let's keep the silver and black shining bright. This is your Raiders Report, signing off from the Death Star. Go Raiders!